Hi there, I am your Empress Divine. You're watching the Empress Divine Channel. I channel for the Divine Feminine directly from Source, and this reading is for Cancer. Cancer, we have quite a few transits that are affecting us, and I just want to give you some spiritual guidance to help you through them. Mercury's in retrograde right now in Pisces. She will go back into Aquarius before she stations and then goes direct and moves, out of the retrograde shadow place. And we also have Mars in Capricorn, and then we have the new moon in Pisces dropping on the 23rd. So we're trying to see what's going on because all of these things affect your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. So we're going to see what's going on with you. Mars, running through your 7th house of relationships, so action around relationships. Then we have Mercury retrograde taking place in your 8th and 9th houses. Think back to what was going on around the end of January, beginning of February, because those can be very important events that could be coming up for review for you, Cancer. In the 8th and 9th houses, think about things that should have been cut off or need to be cut off, big transformations that need to be made, things that you need to allow to die so that something new may flourish. Also, things regarding sex, it could come back up. Issues regarding sex can come back up for review. Seeing sex in a more spiritual way, that could become a thing for you. But let's get into the tarot. Let's see what we have going on. We have fertility. Now, was I not just talking about sex and spirituality? Fertility, growth. This is a perfect time for you to start new projects, new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So there's this energy of transformation. That's the 8th house energy coming up for review for you, and building something, growing something that you are going to give birth to. So that's the spiritual aspect of it here. We have the King of Staffs. Oh my gosh, okay. King of Staffs. Let me pull a few more cards before I go on down this line of thinking. King of Staffs, the Lovers, 5 of Cups, Page of Staffs. Someone really wants you. Someone really wants to connect with you. They want to be associated with you. They want to be a part of whatever it is that you have going on, Cancer. They see the prosperous energy around you. It's evident. At this point, it's evident. It's evident that things in your life are changing, that they're growing, that they're expanding. So even during the Mercury retrograde, you may have some times where it feels like things may not be going your way, or it seems like you're almost taking a few steps back. But just be confident and know that things are going in a good way for you, and things are being birthed in your life that are so powerful that other people feel it, even if they don't necessarily see the whole creation. Even if you have not let them in on what it is that you are doing in your life, they can just sense this big energy of transformation around you, and it's very evident, and they want parts of it. But the thing about it is, this person who wants to be in a connection with you, or who wants to now really have a commitment with you, or be on the same playing field or on the same level as you, they've had this chance before and they were very childish about it. In terms of romance and stuff like that, this is someone who would have played around a lot, who would have not taken you seriously, who would have kind of fiddled around with your feelings, who you gave a lot of chances to, and they were just very childish, very immature, very boyish. I feel a very boyish energy since I'm reading for the Cancer feminines. It's like a young boy who has no direction, who has no goals, who has no plan of his own. He's just out here living, just out here doing whatever. And this person, it's not to say that this person is just like, like some rabid animal or anything, because I do see that this person is very charming. They're a boyish person, meaning that they're immature, but there's a very mannish energy about them. Like this person could be a womanizer or have a lot of women that they talk to, but there's something about you that stands out. You're very much so different. They feel the energy is different with you, and they can see the newness in your life. So now they're worried, and they want to establish that this is the connection that we both have. I was here first, like, I conquered you first. Is that type of energy. They want to stake their claim. Like, they almost feel entitled to some of your energy. They feel entitled to whatever it is that you may be doing. They feel like you need to include them. They feel like you need to consult them. They feel like you need to just be, coming to them, meeting with them, consulting with them before you make big decisions about what new projects you may be working on or any new ideas you may have. And they may even act sort of offended if you tell them about something new that you're doing that they didn't know about. But nothing indicates to me that this person deserves to be in the loop of anything that you're doing, because there was just a lot of immature energy here. So it could be somebody who's kind of looking for a come up. I'm just gonna be honest. And they're so childish and they're so immature in the mind that they don't even see it as looking for a come up. It's just like they're always looking for the next best opportunity. They'll go wherever the wind blows them as long as it benefits them. And they see you as fertile ground. So don't be like super flattered by what I'm saying here. I feel led to be just really frank with you about it. Because if I try to romanticize it, it won't work. And while I was shuffling, and we got justice twice. Excuse me being stopped up, y'all. But while I was shuffling the cards, and I hate that I'm stuffed up like this. Okay. While I was shuffling the cards and meditating, it came right back, just that fast. Every time I talk, it's like it stuffs up. While I was meditating on the cards and thinking about the water signs and their energy during all of these transits, I noticed that there's not a lot of earthy energy here. And when you have an absence of something, in like when you read astrology charts and natal charts and stuff, when you have an absence of a planetary presence in a house, it's an opportunity, and it also can be a hindrance, because you don't pay much attention to it. Because there's not a planet there, don't pay much attention to it. And I feel this energy of you having so much abundance and fertility and opportunity right there in front of you, Cancer feminine, and you're more focused on emotional matters. You would be more focused on something that is not 100% in your control. The earthly things, the practical things, the tangibles, those are 100% in your control, and you would benefit by paying attention to those right now and committing to those things, and realizing that right now the emotional, happenings that are going on in your life are not the most important things, and that you need to get excited about doing what's best for you. That's the energy that I'm feeling the most. Double justice card. Like, I feel like you are not doing yourself justice. You're giving more of yourself to someone else who doesn't really deserve you, but they feel entitled to you. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm laying the cards out like this way, and then with these clarifiers, I'm starting from this card and going back. And so far, you've had justice fall on top of justice, and the page of staffs or page of wands fall on top of the page of wands. I'm using two different decks. They're like 52 cards in each deck. This is not coincidental that they just dropped that way, and you see me sitting here shuffling these cards. It's just a confirmation of everything that I'm saying here. You really need to go for your own, do for yourself at this point. And I'm not telling you to be like a stingy or a selfish person, even though there's nothing wrong with being selfish, because you ruled your world. You are yourself. Who else you gonna be? Somebody else's ish? We got all these ish shows on ABC Family. We're gonna be somebody else's ish. We're gonna be him ish, her ish. No, you can be selfish. That's okay. Because like I said, somebody, they want to hop on your train now because they see that it's moving at a quicker pace. This person is like a train hopper. Wherever they need to get, they like kind of drift through life, kind of like real hobo type energy. I'm not calling them a hobo or trying to be, classist or anything, but it's just they attach to whoever is the most succulent source of nourishment at the time, and you are very fertile at this time. But you don't see just how fertile you are, but the opportunist sees just how fertile you are. And they want to strategize. They'll come and love bomb you and say or do what they think they need to say or do to, kind of be on your team, because they want to get in and go where you're going. But we have Five of Cups coming out again too, which was wasted opportunity. The love was there at a point. There was a time when you could have had this purity here. It was a time when it was pure. But, and I'm going to say this, even if this person does not understand that they're an opportunist and really does, feel love for you, because we do have the Ten of Cups there. So, it would be something that could last. It is something that could work. But I need you to remember and really critically think about the fact that a lot of times when you would meet this person, they were just kind of wishy-washy and all over the place. Now that you have become, or you're becoming the fullness of yourself, that you're about to give birth to something new, now that they see you changing, they see you maybe losing weight, they see you getting fit, they see you getting deals, they see you getting a promotion, they see you about to relocate, they see your YouTube channel popping, they see your Instagram on 200K, they see, they see your abundance flowing into you, and they see the opportunities that are coming along with that. And now they're like, well, I was here first, but while you were here, you were playing around. While you were here, you weren't serious about me. So I need you to remember that. You got the Four of Swords twice also. You need to remember that. Four of Pentacles, keep your heart. Three stacks, keep your heart. Keep your heart. Listen, you're water signs. You're familiar with emotions. We know that. During all of these transits, they're touching everywhere. They're touching your emotions. It's touching your spirit. It's touching your logic. So a person can get to your mind, but I need you to really think about things in a practical sense, because that's the energy that's missing for the water signs throughout these transits. That practicality. Like, look at things for what they are, not what's romanticized, not what's idealized. Look at what it really is. Like, look over the course of the relationship and see how this person kind of maybe played around a little bit, maybe juggled you a little bit, maybe said or did things to make it seem like they were in a higher league than you, or to make you feel not as desirable as them. They were very charming, could have flirted with other women right there in front of you, or made jokes about flirting with other women, or even tried to play on your insecurities. That type of person is like, now they want to be known and associated with you because it helps them. It builds their brand. Now they see it as a reflection of them, so all along it's about them. This person's ego is so big that it is almost borderline narcissist, but I don't like to just willy-nilly throw out the term and title of a narcissist to people, because sometimes it's just they haven't grown up yet, they haven't ascended, and there is hope for them. A narcissist, there's not really any hope for. They'll die that way. Trust me, I know a real narcissist. I was raised by one. I grew up in the house with a narcissist. As old as he is, he will die the way that, in that narcissism, and will return to earth in the next lifetime to have to do it all over again until he gets it right. This person I'm feeling is not on that level of narcissism. That's why I'm not quick to call people narcissists, even though they have like a really big ego and are self-serving and can be an opportunist. I don't see that they tried to like put you down other than to make you like kind of submit to them. I don't see that it was like in a malicious type of way. Maybe I feel like that's all that they know. Because like I said, they're very childish, immature. It tells me, or it signals to me, and I'm feeling that they just didn't have a really good example of how to be a masculine or divine masculine. So that's something that they need to do for themselves. They can't cling to you to get there. You're a feminine, or you're more identified with feminine. And yes, we both have divine masculine and divine femininity in us. And I think all of the abundance and the power that you're taking in your life, moving toward this higher place or this more abundant level in life, that's your divine masculine energy, being that go get it in you, that kind of comes natural. They're identifying with that and they want parts of it, but they need to go find their own divine masculinity. They need to find their own divinity away from you. They don't need to attach to you because they're not on your same level. You're not equally yoked, so they will slow you down if they don't completely bring you down or make you miss opportunities or distract you. And that's an energy that is available here, the energy of distraction. So I need you to keep your heart and keep your mind. Because like I said, there's not a lot of earthy energy around you under these transits. And this is lasting like well into March. At least for like until mid-March. This is what I'm telling you. You need to keep your heart, keep your emotions, keep your head about you, and think clearly about it. Don't romanticize what they may come in and tell you, because they can come in and be like, oh my God, I love you. I should have always told you that. And you'll be like, oh my God, I love you. I want to be. No. Like, okay, if you love me, show me. Make them show you something, okay? So, Cancer, that has been your reading for, what is this, like the end of February into mid-March. All of these transits, Mercury retrograde, Mars in Capricorn, Pisces, new moon coming up. That's your reading. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know how it resonates with you. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when I'm back with new videos that you can cross watch or watch for your other placements. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, Cancer.